this would be portion 2. Be sure to stay tuned until the end, because I'll have lots of funny things to say that only I find humorous, and you won't want to miss it. These are the many faces of Mr. Pooks. The Super Finagler! That's what the S and F stood for. I thought it meant something completely different. Something a lot dirtier. You can just imagine yourself. Super Finagler. That's an interesting name for a machine. I can just see Mr. Dr. Poops looking in a catalog and saying to himself, Super Finagler! This looks like a great weapon to use. I'm going to buy it. And there's our reward for this entire thing. The Smiley Medallion. It's good stuff. Alright. I accidentally pressed the pause button. My bad. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Now, for your viewing pleasure, I'm going to read you a poem that I wrote for this game, because this game has touched me repeatedly in many places. One place in particular being my heart. So this is my poem. I hope you like it. A Let's Play Tale by Pale Voyager. Inspired to LP by Lord Vega, I picked up a game made by Sega. A platformer game with puppets and strings, insane bosses, eccentric type things. I took on the burden of talking to strangers about a game rife with balls and danger. Balls! Every which way in that. An eternal rival, that bear who looks like a cat. Mr. Pooks, I called him, shaking a fist. He had gadgets out the wazoo, an enormous list. Try as he might, I'd always win the day. With my heady head upgrades, I'd keep him at bay. Heather the puppet, that insufferable trollop. If it weren't such a hate crime, I'd give her a wallop. Taking my keys, charming my pants. She's the reason for most of my rants. Why did I go on this long epic journey? That selfish jerk-ass didn't even offer to join me. It's cool though. I beat up Dark Demon. I took his medallion, all shining and gleaming. Was that the whole point? To liberate that thing? So Headdy could roll with some awesome bling bling? So that brings an end to this fabulous tale. I am the Voyager, the one who is pale. That actually took me about 10 minutes to write, and I was hoping it would take me 10 minutes to read, but apparently it didn't go that way, so we have a whole lot of credits to sit through still. Well, what did I think of this game that wasn't summed up in my amazing poem? I thought this was actually very well done for a game made in 1994. Like, you have to put your mind back into that time and think about it. I mean, what were games like back in 1994? This was incredibly inventive. And I'd say very underrated. Not enough people know about this game. I'd even wager to say that this game is better than Sonic the Hedgehog. It has your action, it has all sorts of insanity, great music, the soundtrack is killer. On my channel you'll see a couple of my favorite songs from this game in my favorites. Be sure to check those out if you want to. They're great. This game was really well put together. You know, it jumped format that one point where you got to fly. I mean, when I first played the game, that completely threw me for a loop. I did not see it coming, and I was very pleasantly surprised. You know, aside from the fact that I'm actually quite bad at flying shooter games. You wouldn't guess it, but it's true. There are some things that I'm not amazing at. Speaking Spanish is one of them. I've never even taken a class. I don't even know how to say hello. Maybe it's hola. Maybe it's not. I'm never gonna learn anyway, so don't worry about me, I'll be okay. This music is really serene. It's kind of sad, like, the game's over, the journey's done, there's nothing left, go home, don't take any of my things as you're leaving. Hey, put that down, that's my coat. That one's your coat, take that one. I paid a lot for that coat. Can't just walk out of my house with my things like that, what is wrong with you? I'd like to thank some people. It's generally not my style to drop names, but I'd like to thank Jesus. He played a big part in this game. If it weren't for him, actually, he didn't do anything. Screw Jesus. Well, no. Don't screw Jesus. He went through a lot of trouble. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Who else would I like to thank? I'd like to thank Sonic the Hedgehog for inspiring a game like this, because it's quite obvious that he did. Even though it's Sega, and, you know, I mean, obviously it's the same company, why wouldn't their games be a little similar? Frankly. However, it's still quite obvious that this game was inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'd like to thank him. I'd like to thank all my friends, my fellow LPers, whom I won't name, because they don't deserve any credit. I'd like to thank them for inspiring me to play this game, to start LPing, to do this thing. I'd like to thank all the props and the plugs that I got. It certainly helped. I don't really know what it helped, but now there are comments on my channel, at least people are watching. And now the game's been kind enough now to let me know just how badly I did at this game. Just a recap of how failed this attempt at Let's Play Dynamite Headdy was. It all starts out well enough. I'm actually really proud of that one. Level 2. All 8. I didn't even know where all 8 of them was at the time, believe it or not. I just happened to get all of them. It was a stroke of luck. And I am a big fan of Strokes. Different Strokes was a good show. Had Mr. Drummond in it. He was a role model. He wasn't a racist, and I model my life after him. Except for the whole being rich thing and adopting black kids, but, you know. I don't want to be a copycat. Stage 5 was a disaster piece. It was a complete horror. No secret bonus points, no points whatsoever. Which led me to believe that I shouldn't trust level 5. No, never trust anything with the number 5 in it. 5 alive? Don't drink it. I really like this music at the end. It's going to give me good dreams. I'm going to dream nice things. It's okay. It's okay to like this music. Guys, those of you who are still watching and you're enjoying this music, it's okay. For those of you who are bored out of your trees, stop being little girls, okay? There's going to be something cool coming up soon. Just bear through it. Alright? I mean, I'm trying. You have any idea how hard it is to talk about stuff when nothing's going on? You try it. Give it a shot. Actually don't, because I'll be out of business. 24 out of 39 secret bonus points. That's a passing grade. That's more than 50%. I don't have to take the class over again. Yay! Alright, I'm going to cut it off here, and when we return, we will do the secret bonus stage, where we put the numbers in. So I'm Pale Voyager. I'll see you all soon.